day, it's just money.
Mastered economics, cause you took yourself from squalor. Mastered academics, cause your grade said you a scholar. Mastered Instagram, cause you can instigate a follow. Yeah. Look at all these slave masters. Let it sink in.
2020, run the map. Raw one cut in my hourglass. Don't watch it spill to the bottom half. You see the piece, now run it fast. On a tarmac, get a starter jack. C4 when I run it back. Like a track star, run a fucking lap. Nah, like when it's steel cash. Clean look, port pugilist. A shooter's view is a brutal flick. Too rude for you rudiments. Who convinced you can move against the crew in this? Coming up through the fence. Offshore at a Port-au-Prince. Overjoyed left his fingerprints on the hearts of the gate in the world of residence. How can we be the peace when the beast gonna reach for the worst? Tear all the flesh of the earth. Stay set from a deafening reckoning, quick like the pace of a verse. So I'm questioning this quest for things is a recipe for early death threatening. But the breath of me is weaponry for you, just money.
There you go. That was 2 tracks off of the latest album from Run the Jewels that just came out this past June. That was Goonies vs. E.T. followed by Just right there. And I'm not going to talk much more, okay? I just want to say that I thank you for this. I did a lot in the beginning. I really appreciate you let me do this. And I would be, I mean, you can hear it, right? You can hear it in the lyrics. You can hear it in the beats. You can hear that just sense of urgency for you to just get out there and do something. And it's only, I mean, it's poetic that my ballot came in the mail today, right? Get out there, man. Just I don't know. It just feels like this sense of urgency to just go out there and just take what's out there for you and for yourself. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say, man. Thank you guys so much. The last song that I'm going to play for you guys is the first song that really hit me from them. This is Legend Has It off of Run the Jewels 3. Timmy, hit it. Thanks a lot.
Hear what I say. We are the business today. Fuck shit is finished today. RT and J, we the new PB and J. We dropped the classic today. We did a tablet of acid today. Lit joints with the matches and ashes away. We dash away. Donna and Dixon, the pistol is blasting away.
Doctors of death, killing our patients of breath. We are the pain you can trust. Hoping it work. Hooking up curses and slurs, smoking my brain in a mush. I became famous for blaming you fucks, naming my way through the brush. There was no training or taming of me and my bruh. Live like a man, but I'm animal raw.
We are the murderers pair. That went to jail and we murdered the murderers there. Then went to hell and discovered the devil delivered some hurt and despair. Used to have powder to push, now I smoke pounds of the kush. Holy, I'm burning the bush. Now I give a fuck about none of this shit. You run her over and out of this bitch. Woo.
Step into the spotlight. Copying of uppers and downers get done. I'm in a rush to be numb. Dropping 1,000 ain't much. Come from the clouds on a missile to turn this whole town into dust. Don't make a sound, baby, hush. I am the living swipe right on the mic, I'm a slut. I don't know how to not spit like a loud. I spill it pound on my kids on your couch.
Half of a Mongol and mystical team, dealing this treacherous thing. Legend says Elle is a spun out of hell. The myth is my mama's a murderous queen. Your life can end like in Godfather 1. You get the gun as I christen my son. If I die today in this hell I should pay. Tell the Lord Mikey said fuck it was fun.
Every new record's my dick in a box. We get a doozy, the rulers a lot. You're getting used to me doing no wrong. I don't play chicken, you prick, I'm a fox. You wanna kick it, I'll give you the rocks. You kiss the wood chipper blade if you bark. I'm fucking magic, in fact, I'm a warlock at talk. I got a unicorn horn for a
Stop.
Step into the spotlight. And the crowd goes. And the crowd goes. And the crowd goes. And the crowd goes.
Mike thinking the jelly won't snitch. I rent a room at the Ritz. I sip a fifth of the whiz. I smoke a dub in the tub, then I was flip on my wrist.
I'll pull a sword on you since, just with a flick of the wrist. Get your neck giving a miss. Me and my skip away whistling and grin. Every day's golden when you only win.
Bullying bastards and beating on beats. Sounds like a day at the beach.
Preach.
I keep it middle school, step on your feet before you can speak. Blow to the beat.
We move among the ones you think of me. You think I'm lying, you right, see my teeth. Don't be a bore when I'm raw if I move. Hunting's no fun when your prey doesn't move. I put a gun to a bunny like choose. Say something funny, your bunny go boom. You got a bevy of shit you could groove. We like to thank you for choosing our crew.
And that's from the crew you can trust. Warranty plus for fucking shit up. We are the no-gooders, do-gooders, known of the dancers and dealers and doers of dust.
There you go, guys. That was Run the Jewels. Thank you guys so much again. And just like Killer Mike says, get out there, strategize, organize, mobilize. That's what it's all about, dude. And that's what I hope this music makes you feel, because that's what it makes me feel. There you go.
And you're right on time, dude. Good job. So, Mike, because we have a little bit of time to talk about it, do you think that Run the Jewels has the lasting power to be like known as a Mount Rushmore political band in like a couple in years from now?
Without a doubt,
Yeah.
man. Without a doubt. This is, I mean, you know, for all intents and purposes, this is Neil Young right here. You know, like this is
This is Ohio.
This is like protested. You know, this is protest music. This is fight the power. This is Rage Against the Machine. It's all there. It's just it's so brutal and honest, and I love it. And it's and the beats are just, like I said, like just
In your face.
just works. You know, Outkast.
Yeah.
It just, if you feel that Atlanta influence and Outkast and all those artists, all those different artists down there, it's great. It's just great. So yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. I think staying power, sure.
Yeah, I think for sure that they have like Mount Rushmore potential.
And what's hilarious is they're just like, they're in it for fun. They're just a couple of friends. They're like, yeah, let's just do some shit for fun and let's see what happens. And that's like, it's still like that. It's still like that, which is crazy. Because you think it would get a little bit more corporatized and you know and lose a little bit of its luster, but it's getting better. Like they're at their pinnacle right now. It's great.
Do you think Killer Mike is going to get into politics?
He tried. I read that he tried like a write-in campaign. I would assume he, you know, doing something. He's actually also trying to like open these chain of barbershops. He wants to do like 150 barbershops across the country. I was reading, and you know, he does guest speaker. He's a guest speaker at colleges and stuff. And I mean, he's doing, you know, all kinds of things that are just. His activism is great. You know, I love listening to his interviews because he's so brilliant in a lot of his opinions. I just love it.
I agree.
It was Killer Mike who recently made a really passionate speech at the protests in, I believe, Atlanta. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep. He was one of the people in Atlanta who stood up in front of the press. He's all over the place, man. He's on every political talk show, and he's not, his views are not what you think they are, like 100%. They're not 100% one way. He's very even, and he's very fair in his opinions. A lot of which aren't some of which I don't agree with, and at the same time, I still back the guy because I still like the guy a lot because I believe a lot of the things that he has to say mean something. So it's great, and he's doing it for the right reasons. He's doing the right thing, which is a rarity nowadays. And he preaches empathy and apathy, which I think is something that, you know, is lacking in the world. And I love seeing somebody talk about it.
Yeah, he's a patriot.
Is exactly right. Do the right thing.
Watch that interview, dude. Watch that interview, 6-part interview with him with Bernie Sanders back in 2016. It's so, I've watched it multiple times. It's just very inspiring. It inspires you to get out there and do something.
And then watch Do the Right Thing with Spike Lee, because everything that he did 20 years ago or 25 years ago is all still the same.
Right.
Awesome job, Mike. Fantastic. In time. Tim, did we figure out Jen's mic situation?
We sure did.
Can you hear me?
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
God, there it is.
Okay.
Just wanted to make a correction before you get started, Jen. I said Dr. Jennifer Johnson. It's Jennifer Urban, just for the record.
He's still a doctor, right? So Wagner's not the only one anymore.
That's right. Yeah, we got a very intelligent audience base.
Heyo.
Okay, well, Jen, it's 9 o'clock, and your half an hour starts right now.
Awesome. So am I too loud now, or is this good?
You good?
I'm good. All right, great. Awesome. So this is my Music Appreciation Night debut. And I'm pretty stoked, although nervous, especially since, like, for the first half hour, I didn't know if you guys were going to be able to hear me. So quite the adrenaline rush, I must say. I don't get similar adrenaline rushes when I have to give, like, presentations to rooms of hundreds of people. So this is totally crazy. Alrighty. So the band that I chose tonight for my debut is a band whose albums that were on constant replay for me during my, like, late teens, early 20s. So I know what you're thinking, oh my God, but bear with me. The main reason why I enjoy listening to this band is really because their songs are quite uplifting, despite their lyrics being about some less than happy topics. Oftentimes it's typically love and heartbreak, but there's also drug and self-harm references in there as well. Alrighty, so who the heck am I talking about? The band that I am presenting on is called The Format. They were active from 2002 to 2008. The Format was formed by two main band members, who are Sam Means and Nate Roos. Other band members are Mike Shea, Mark Buzzard, and Don Raymond. The Format chose their name as a way of poking fun at the music industry's cookie-cutter format for a hit. Altogether, they released 2 studio albums, and you could describe the band's musical style as quite mixed. They range from indie and alternative rock to punk and folk, as well as a little bit of pop. So I'm going to start off this musical half an hour with the first song that I ever heard of theirs. And within the first 10 seconds of this song, starting with that first kick of the bass drum and the initial chords that are strummed from the guitar, I was actually really hooked. And so we're going to begin with their aptly named song, the first single, You Know Me, from their first album, Interventions and Lullabies, which was released in 2003. Hit it.
Oh my God, I gave my best for 3 whole years.
Awesome. Okay, so it's bringing back some memories, which is great. Brings back a lot of great memories for me as well. First single. And so as I kind of dug further into the Format's first album, again, Interventions and Lullabies, I found that the lead singer, Nate Ruess, I felt that he was a really great vocalist. So just about all of the harmonies that you are hearing on the recordings are done by him. So I quickly became a huge fan of their music. So basically, naturally, I wanted to see them live, right? So one of the first shows that I saw the Format at was in the basement of some building on one of the Rutgers campuses, and I can't tell you where. No? Oh, okay. Sorry. I can't tell you where, like what building I was, because like I actually didn't go to Rutgers. Anyway, it was. Why is there like music playing now? All right, I'm just gonna keep yapping. All right, so it was actually a really, really tiny crowd, and the band had just like super awesome energy. And one of the absolute best parts about it was actually the opener band was this not really well-known group like at all at the time called Gym Class Heroes. So maybe you've heard of Travie McCoy, but that was such an awesome show now that I think about it. In retrospect, I got to see the Gym Class Heroes and no one knew who they were in the basement of some building on Rutgers campus. So at this show, Nate proved to be an awesome live vocalist in addition to being a good recording artist. And so the Format really is, as you see in the chat, it's a great band to sing along to, especially in a live setting. And for me, a person who has heard that she's technically a soprano, but prefers to harmonize and to sing alto, I thoroughly enjoy harmonizing with their music. It's so much fun. And so this next song is actually one of my favorites to sing along to. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to place myself on mute, although apparently I am already for some of you guys, and we can all enjoy the next song called Sore Thumb.
Erase them with the razor
Awesome. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That one is called Sore Thumb. Hopefully you can also hear me well. With or without music, I don't know where that's coming from, but I hear it too. Okay. So this is, as you can tell, we're kind of like on this journey of mine down memory lane, and it's kind of a little bit like more personal, but the second time that I saw the format live, they were playing a larger venue. Many of you are probably familiar with it. If you're from Jersey, it was the Stone Pony in Asbury Park. And their opener was Rainer Maria. So if you've heard of Rainer Maria or you've heard their music, definitely give them a shout out in the chat. They're a fantastic group. I mean, I had never heard of them before that show, but then I left that show as a huge fan, and then they started getting a spot in my 6 CD changer as well. So at this show, it was really great. I actually got to meet all of the band members. And Nate turned out to be an extremely down-to-earth, yet quiet and introverted person. And when we talked actually about video games. And he said he liked to play Halo in his free time, which I thought was really funny because I was like, oh, my brothers like to play that game too. That's so great. So for me, one of the things that I really like about this band are actually the lyrics. I find that the format songs tend to be a good representation of Nate and the other band members. Their lyrics are raw. They're honest. They may not be extremely profound, but they are deeply emotional. And I find that the lyrics are actually words and phrases that I would probably say myself, which is probably why their music is resonating with me so much. And so this next song, to me, is actually a good example of some of those lyrics. And musically, it shows a slower side to the band. So the first two songs are a little bit more upbeat, and this one's going to slow it down just a tad. It also brings in some newer sounds, whereas these first two songs were kind of more alternative and punky. This next song that you're going to hear adds just a little bit of banjo to it. And so this one leans, I would say, a little bit more towards their folky influences. So I think that altogether, these three first songs give a taste of the versatility of this group. So without any further ado, here is A Mess to Be Made.
Once you're gone, I just stare out the
Awesome. Okay. So those first 3 songs were actually from their first album, their debut album. So like I said, they only put out 2 studio albums. So we're actually going to switch now to their second album, which is called Dog Problems. Basically because the entire album is kind of about a breakup. He actually completely shouts out his ex-girlfriend, spells out her name, Becca, Becca, with awesome lyrics that go along with it, basically just saying, well, not so nice things about her. But anyway, this album came out in 2006, and compared with the first album, which I think had more of like the rocky type sounds, I would argue that this one ended up having more pop sounds. And in some of these songs, you can definitely hear their 1970s classic rock influences, like Queen, for example. And in this album, they do seem to experiment a little bit more with their different sounds, and some songs that do showcase kind of like big brass bandy kind of sounds. Alrighty. So what would this introduction be without an anecdote, right? So by the time Dog Problems album came out, they were started to play larger venues. So I saw them at Starling Ballroom in Sayreville. And during one of their songs, which is called I Love Love, and we're going to listen to that one just next, a fight broke out. So Nate responded to this brawl in the middle of the venue by stopping the band and completely calling out these perpetrators. He basically was incredulous, saying, like, are you guys serious? Like, you're fighting at a format show. This is the format. Like, I'm up here singing a song called I Love Love, and you're fighting. So the brawlers were completely subsequently kicked out. They were booed, and at which point the song started over again. So why don't we take a listen to the song that Nate was singing when the format was playing when the fight broke out. Timmy, have you got I Love Love up and ready to go?
You betcha.
Love, love, I love being in love. I don't care what it does to me. Take these tattered boxes, they used to hold you close. Break them down, build them back up with your bones. Now all you do is construct a mess. You're good to me when only flesh. Your memory with nothing to show. We would take trips, we saw we never take pictures. Pictures only prove you can't convince. Well, now it's those photographs could convince you that what we have would only turn out a negative. Well, 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 if fingertips are relationships, then I could barely carry away. If fingers are mistakes, but use this one to point the blame. No, just sing, I love love, I love being in love. I don't care what it does to me. These pills find a pass the time till I find my new drug. And we'll take our chances, oh, we'll last a month. We'll never speak again. How I love being in love. And don't pick up that line. It's just to have a good time. You don't need it, you need to be seen. So someone else can treat you wrong, so you, my love, can sing this song. I love love, I love being in love. I don't care what it does to me. These pills are fine to pass the time till I find my new drug. And we'll take advantage, I'll claim that's what I want. To be the new statistic. How I love being in love. Take these tattered boxes that used to hold you close, break them down, build them back up with your bones. Now all you do is construct a mess. You're dead to me if love is death. Your memory with nothing to show. Well, well,
Okie dokie. So I still got a couple more minutes, so we actually have one more fun song for you guys. Not fun song, format song for you guys to listen to. So this last song is, again, off of the Dog Problems album. I thoroughly enjoy singing along to this song as well as harmonizing with it. This is apparently the main way that I decide whether or not I like a song. However, for this last one, I do actually also enjoy really listening to the bass lines in it. So here we go from their second album, Dog Problems. Here is the song Pick Me Up.
You gonna walk backwards through the room. Does that mean I won't see you? It means you walk backwards through the room. Tiffany's crying, she's dying to make it out of this hell. Well, I just laugh, 'cause it was my job to be her head.
Alrighty, so there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the last song, Pick Me Up, from the format. As you may have guessed from the chat, the format split up actually in 2008. Basically, immediately afterwards, Nate Roos then went on to form another group. However, I was actually super bitter about the breaking up of the format, that I could not stand the music of the new group. When, as you guessed it, it turns out that I was pretty much largely alone in that sentiment, as the new group, Fun, went on to obtain a fair amount of fame. Their second album, Some Nights, won them a Grammy for their title song. So, as also alluded to a little bit in the chat, most recently in February of 2020, the band of the format did begin a reunion tour that was subsequently postponed due to the ongoing pandemic. So there you go, a walk down memory lane with me, and hopefully an introduction to your new favorite band, the format.
Wait, there's a pandemic? When did this happen?
Dun dun dun!
That was awesome, Jen. And you hit the post right on 30 minutes, like right on the dot. So fantastic job.
Booyah.
Try my best.
I did have a question for you, but I think your brother is ready to go right at 9:30. So, Timmy, why don't you just get right into it right now? Fire it up.
Right on. Let's do it. Thank you, Jen. That was really great. And
Enjoy.
definitely going to have to check out more of the format. So, guys, I'm just going to go straight into the music with this one, and we'll talk later. This is the band called Capri, and this is the instructionally titled Shake It, which is what you're about to do. Yes. That is Capri, or Capri, or I don't know. I really have no idea how they say their name. So, in the chat, you're wondering when did this happen? We'll get there. Inspired by the 1970s movie soundtrack style from films like Bullitt and Dirty Harry, in 1996, Dan Woodward wanted to hear more music like that. He sought out the original recordings, and what he found was that they were either deleted, never available to the public, poorly recorded, or, worse still, recorded by inexperienced musicians. He was disappointed that without the imagery, the music he loved from the movies fell flat of his expectations when isolated. So, drawing from his experience playing in bands, soul bands, rock bands, big bands, he decided to do something to reinvigorate what he called the cop funk scene. Thusly, Capri was born, and here is their tune, Real World.
I've had a rough deal. As long as I remember, mouse in the wheel, that's how I feel. Go out, get it. Sometimes you never teach you, but you never see it coming until it's too late. My pockets are empty while others have plenty. I see it every day in a familiar way. To get it, to give it. For only 1 minute, I borrow money from whoever I can. I've been got bad times that I've had before. I'm just a dreaming of the time that is no more. No, no. I get myself together. That's what people say. I'm just trying to make it through one more day in the real world. Wow, it's a hard place when you're on your own. No one seems to care about the way that you feel. You get up to fight it, as long as you can fight it, but you never seem to feel like you're moving on. You study your options, but the odds are against you. Find a solution to the hole you're in. 1 year, 2 year, how many more years? You gotta take the pressure from the world you're in. I think I've heard times that I've had before. I'm just a dreaming of the time that is no more. No, no. Get myself together. That's what people say. But I'm just trying to make it through one more day in the real world. Oh, in the real world.
Strut it out. That's just amazing. These guys, their sound. Now, a quote from the band, from Don Cartwright: "Playing in a big band requires a lot of discipline. You have to practice the parts, learn to read, and make sure you don't mess up. Otherwise, you have 30 musicians giving you the evil eye." That's how he described the formation of Capri. In order to attain the tighter than a clam's asshole status, they had to rehearse at a grueling pace. But they had perfected the cop funk sound in short time. You're going to hear in the next track exactly what he means. This is the high energy instrumental Car Chase on Phoenix Avenue. Man, that band just kicks. I mean, how many of you pictured chasing down the perp with your gun drawn and your bell bottoms flapping in the wind as you slide across the hood of a supercharged white Dodge Challenger RT 440, hardly ruffling your pleated top? You're Gene Hackman, and this is the French Connection. It's a Firebird flying off of a ramp that was conveniently dumped dirt in the road with a perfect angle to give you the maximum hang time. Buckle up, because that's the name of the next song in our list. Here's Capri's Firebird. Oh. Firebird! Yes. Well, unfortunately, I only know of one album that this group ever recorded. They were formed in 1996, and they've only blessed us with their 2002 release for us to enjoy. I found Capri simply by allowing Funk Radio to play on my Spotify. Usually they play well-known tracks, but this time the algorithm served me up something completely memorable. This next track is the first one that I ever heard from Capri, and I had to put it on loop and repeat the moment that it played. I listened to it so many times in a row. This is the title track of that one album that they have, and I'm gonna wrap it up here tonight with Boogie Man.
Staking out on the town to see just what is going down.
That's it, folks. Good night. That Capri.
Oh man.
Fire. Capri.
Man.
Fire. Capri. Who's looping back at us?
Loop.
Yeah, that was amazing. I love that band.
That ending, man. That
ending, man. That ending, man.
Yo.
Was that Ben?
I don't know.
That was my fault. I apologize.
Oh, that was actually a sick remix that you pulled off right there. That was great.
Remix.
This is very strange.
What do you guys
Sorry,
think?
I just can't hear Tim.
You can't hear me.
Did you go yet?
Check.
No. So, Tim. All right, guys.
Yeah,
that was
us
fantastic. Tim, I don't know if you're still talking. I can't hear you. I apologize.
I can hear Tim and I can hear you.
Okay, Tim, I guess it's on us. Guys, when did you ever think you'd listen to a highly political hip-hop act, an early 2000s emo pop-punk band, and an obscure cop show-inspired funk band all in an hour and a half? This is the beauty of what we're doing here at Music Appreciation Night. In a time when there's so much to listen to, but nothing but computer algorithms to point you in the right direction, we have people doing the work for you. You can catch up with what we've done so far by following our Spotify and YouTube playlists and start to think about a band or artist that you'd like to share with us. Did you find an obscure folk album for $1 at a flea market that you can't stop listening to? Tell us about it. Is there a jazz pianist who plays with time signatures in the D minor scale that takes you to a different planet? Tell us about that journey. Are you into a hardcore death metal band from Denmark, but you don't speak a lick of Danish? Tell us your story. If you like what you're hearing and want to get more involved, you can email us at themusicappreciation@gmail.com to get put into the docket of presenters. Now, Timmy, I'm thinking after you just blew our cocks and ovaries off, it's time to throw some caution to the wind for some extra innings, buddy. Can I get some Sissy Strut by the Meters to start it off, please?
Yeah, bud. I'm gonna pop that on, and I'm gonna get some Sissy Strut, and we'll poll the audience for your requests. All right, here comes Sissy Strut by the Meters. All right, here comes Sissy Strut by the Meters. All right, here comes Sissy Strut.